Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. How are you, my students? Our lecture about sales letter with the spread of companies around the world. Nowadays, we have a lot of competitors in the world with the same product, with the same name of, sometimes with the same name of the company, with the same. So we need to market our goods. What we have to do? We need to market our goods around the world, not only locally, even to market our goods widely for international countries. For example, you have a company in Yemen and you need to give an idea or to make people know about your product. So what you have to do? You need sometimes media. Sometimes you need mass media. Sometimes you have to make an advertisement. Sometimes you need personal contact to call other companies around the world. And sometimes you have to write sales letters. So sales letters, in another way, it's a way of advertising your goods or your products, how to let people know about or give them a knowledge about your product. In sales letters, a good sales letter is essentially like a successful advertisement. It catches the attention of the reader, excites his interests and curiosity, and induce him to buy the good or service offered. If you analyze the structure of some of the effective advertisements, you will find the following steps are taken to construct them. For example, catching the reader's attention, arousing his desire to buy, convincing him that your product or service is the best in the market, and that he needs it immediately, motivating him to act quickly. How to make the reader, in conclusion about the introduction about sales letter, how to make the reader of your sales letter a customer, or how to convert the reader from to be what customer, and how he feels that he needs this product. What are the ways to make a successful sales letters? Let's go to next page 46, and explain the characteristics of sales letters. We have many characteristics, and the most important of them, well, let's start with the lengthy discourse. What does it mean here, lengthy discourse? Let's talk about this point to understand how the writer be successful in his sales letter. For example, you are going to write what? A letter. What you have to write? You have to write a sales letter made of 10 papers, 15 papers, 20 papers, or 20 pages. Is it good? Is it suitable to write a long one or a short one? So how to write this sales letter? You have to write it in short pages, or not many pages. You have to write it in short, and you have to write it with to be precise, and you have to first place almost sales letter are long letters, in contrast with the other businesses letter, which are supposed to be what? Short and precise. So you have to what? Short and precise. This is the conclusion of this point number A, to be short one and precise. So what you have to mention? The goods only, and talk about it, about the features, and focus only in length. Don't make it long one, make it short. Don't let the reader feel what? Boring. If you write it in a long way, the reader will feel what? Boring. He will not read all your message. The second one, focus on particular class. What does it mean? Focus on particular class. For example, you are going what? To market your product or market your goods. Who is the target here? Who is the target? من المستهدف? The target here are women or men or children or old people. So you have to know the target that you are going to write for. If they are women, you have to write your sales letter and concentrate only how to convince or how to persuade or to convince only women. If you are writing about a product only, for children, so you have to write for mentality of children, or from the point of view of children. What do they like? If you write it for old people, you have to ask what do they like, how you persuade them, how to convince old people, how to tell them that it's suitable for old people or suitable for women or suitable for children. So you have to focus on particular class. Who are your target? Specialized information. Let's go to specialized information. What's the meaning here, specialized information? So if you are going to write a sales letter, as a writer, or as you can say as a communicator or correspondent of a company, so you have to ask the specialized person about this product. Before you write, you have to read. For example, you have to go to customer care, or you have to go to the inventor of this machine, or you have to go to the manager of this company, or the boss of the company, or the owner of this company, and ask him some questions. No problem. You have to ask him how it function, what are the features of this product, it's for who, so you have to be specialized. You have to have specialized information about the product. When you write something, you write it correctly, and when the reader read your letter, they will not ask you, is it true or is it not true? So you have to be sure of your information when you write in a sales letter. So this is when we call it specialized information. Let's go to item number D in writing sales letter. Arresting opening. What do you mean here, arresting opening? For example, how to attract this reader. So you have to write some words or some sentences or some phrases to attract the reader. For example, here is a good news for you. Haven't you ever thought about it? Could you ever imagine? So at the beginning of your writing or at the beginning of your paragraphs, so you have to write something attract the reader, or let him feel curious, يكون عنده فضول, how to read this, your sales letter. For example, you have to say, here is a good news for you. Haven't you ever thought about it? Could you ever imagine? We have done it. Oh no, never again. If you want to become, would you be interested in? So such phrases make the reader curious, يكون عنده فضول يقرأ بقية المقالة. Now let's go to emotional versus rational appeals. What does it mean, emotional and rational? So we have two ways of writing paragraph, or when we write a sales letter, we have to follow one way, emotionally or rational. What's the meaning of emotionally and rational? Let's understand the meaning of this term. The meaning of these terms here, emotionally, which relate to the emotions or to the sense. For example, like taste, smell, feelings, hearings, and seeings. But when I say rational, it relates to the mind. لما نكون, we can say it in Arabic, emotionally, عاطفيا, and rational عقلانيا. How to write your sales letter? For example, if you write it emotionally, you will use some words that deal with heart, deal with emotions, how to persuade what the reader emotionally. But sometimes not, it doesn't function with all products. It doesn't function with all products. You have to write, for example, if you are talking about for example, if you are writing a sales letter about what test something, you can test it, or something you can smell it, or something you can feel it, so you can write emotionally. But sometimes some products and services are suitable for emotional selling, like for example perfume. If you are writing about perfume العطر, or writing about travel اللي هو السفريات, so here you can use what emotionally, emotional words. For example, like perfume, travel, exotic food. So you have to mention some words like, oh, delicious, oh, you can try it, it's tasty, oh, this perfume, it can last for 1 week, oh, this perfume it can last for 1 month. So you can use what emotional words. But sometimes when you write a sales letter about making money, saving or making money, doing a job more effective, or are you talking about, example, sometimes about a machine or about a product, it needs rational words. For example, if you write about a machine or a car, or don't write emotional words. Write with rational appeals. Use rational appeals. How to use this one? For example, you can say it's so strong. You can use this car, and it carry more than 8 or 6 people. It is strong. You can drive it fast because it has a strong engine. It has good tires. It has a good body. So you use what rational words that the reader will believe it, not emotionally. Don't talk with him emotionally, or don't write with emotional words. Use rational words. Let's go to highly conversational style. What does it mean here, highly? So it means here words from heart to heart, dialogue. What does it mean here, heart to heart dialogue? You have to explain why sales letters are often full of questions and answer suggestions, answer how. So you have to deal with the customer, with the reader, as if that he is in front of you. How to make a question, and after you make a question, make an answer for this question. And if you make a suggestion, you tell him why you suggest for him this one, because he need it, he do with that, you need it in the future. You have to write something, make him buy your product. When you write a sales letter, you need something called what? You attitude. This is another point. You attitude. What does it mean, you attitude? Here means what? When you communicate with the reader, you have to tell him, you have to talk with him as if that he in front of you, and you have to mention the word, exactly the word you. For example, in some letters you have to say you will like it, you will like it, it's feather soft touch, we make super fine hosiery in 3 colors, the letter hard, better to say. For example, you have to say like you may choose from 3 stringing colors. So you have to talk with the person in front of you and use the word you. Why we use this word you? You here, when we use it, you can do it, you can use it. The reader feels that as if he has this product, or as if he got this product, and he now is going to deal with this product. You will let him as if that he bought this product, and use the word you. Let's go to urgent action. What does it mean, urgent action? It means here what? How to let the reader react with you immediately after the reader read your source letter. Immediately he will communicate with you and write and react with you and write a letter to you that he needs your product. But what you have to say, how to make him react with you? You have to tell him that we have only this product for a limited time, and also we have to mention what the quality of the product, the genuineness of the seller's interest in him, wisdom of availing himself of attractive offer, and the value of his time and the money. Mention some points to make him what? React with you. It has a relationship. This point has a relation with the next point, postscript. What's the meaning here? Postscripts. You have to let him feel that he has to buy this product. Hurry up! The sales close on October 10th. You have to tell him that we have only a limited time, and this product will be finished. And if he didn't buy this product, he will feel regret, because there is no company can make this product. Just only our company can make this product. And also we have to let the customer feel safe, that if this product is not good, we will return your money. We will return your money back. You can tell him like this: we can return your money back. So he will have the sense of safety that his money will not be lost. He will buy this product. If it is good, okay, no problem. If it is not good, they will return your money. So he will feel safe that he will buy this product. Finally, we have what? The last point, highlighting important part of the letter, or highlighting the most important point in the letter. For example, when you have very important word, you have to underline this word, or sometimes a phrase, sometimes a sentence. You have to highlight by a color or underline this sentence. We have here example. You can go to page 49, page 50, and you can find the example, and you can read an example about sales letter. Thank you very much for listening.